So you want to build a monk, but you don't know where to start. So let's go over some of a monk's main features. So the monk gets Flurry of Blows, that lets him make extra attacks when he makes a full attack action. So you can punch people more when you're standing still next to them. They also get key powers, which mostly are spell-like abilities, and some other cool things that a monk can do, unlimited times a day, based off their wisdom modifier. They will also get style strikes that will improve their Flurry of Blows with certain special attacks that you can do, like a drop kick, so you fly through the air and kick somebody. So it will be easier for you to use Flurry of Blows. They also don't wear armor, and instead they get a wisdom bonus to AC, which also have a scaling component with levels, so it will increase more than just your wisdom modifier. They also have Stunning Fist that lets them punch somebody, and if they hit, the enemy will need to roll a fortitude saving throw or be stunned for 1 round. Stunned is a pretty good condition. It will basically remove 1 turn from the enemy. The monk also gets bonus feats. These feats are from a certain list, and the monk can ignore the prerequisite for the feats. That's pretty much the basic stuff that a monk gets. The Scaled Fist, the big difference is that the normal monk, its key pool is based off wisdom. The Scaled Fist is based out of charisma instead. So if you want to make a charismatic monk, this might be your choice. Otherwise, it gets pretty much the same stuff. It gets a different defensive ability, and it loses 1 key power, and instead it can shoot a cone of fire at 12th level, and they can select some other feats, as they can select some more feats, for instance Dragon Style. Their AC bonus is charisma based. A Sensei loses Flurry of Blows completely, but they still get Style Strike, so you lose offensive potential, and what you get is Inspire Courage, Inspire Competence. These abilities are the same as the Bard gets, and I would recommend, if you want these abilities, they're really good in a big party. So with 6 players, they're really strong. But I would recommend having a Bard in the party instead of a Sensei, and just have a normal monk or a Scaled Fist monk. The bonuses don't stack, so if you have a Sensei and a Bard, the bonuses from their Inspired Courage, for example, will not stack with each other. Traditional monk will have a better will save than the other monks, and it loses all its key powers. That gets a special selection of key powers. These key powers can get picked by any monk, but most of them you gain maybe 2 levels earlier as a traditional monk. I personally would not play a traditional monk, because with the class you can't pick which powers you get, and if there's something you don't like with a normal monk, you can just take something else. With a traditional monk, you're stuck with, you can't change it out. It feels to me like it's a lot better having the option to replace stuff. So with races, humans, always a good choice, +2 to 1 ability score and 1 extra feat, and skilled, really good abilities. Dwarves are also pretty good, as dwarves are also pretty good monks, because they get plus constitution, plus wisdom, and minus charisma. Most monks don't care anything about their charisma, so it doesn't hurt you. If you're a Scaled Fist, don't be a dwarf. Dwarf gets good abilities like Hardy, that will increase your saving throws against some of the worst effects in the game. Halflings could be good if you're going for a dex build, and I don't know if the game has anything that can give you dex to damage as a feat or as a special ability to add to your Amulet of Mighty Fist for your unarmed strikes, but they get good stats for a dex-based Scaled Fist. Elves and half-elves and half-orcs are pretty good as well, but I still would recommend humans, because you get a free feat, which you can pick whatever you want, and the skilled tray, which are pretty good. There are a few Aasimar types that are good for monks. Angelkin are very good for Scaled Fists. Adelkin are good for Scaled Fists as well. Not as good as Angelkin, I would say, but still pretty good. Lawbringer are good standard monks, because they get +2 constitution, +2 wisdom. Muse Touch are pretty okay. If you want to play a dex monk, Muse Touch would also be good, especially if you play a Scaled Fist, because they get +2 dexterity and +2 charisma. Plump Kip would be good dexterity based normal monks, and pretty good normal monks in general, and pretty good strength based monks, but probably worse. Here we'll see some stat lines for examples on how you could place your stats, and you want to place your racial bonuses in the highest stats you have, for example strength or dex for a dex build, and so on, and you absolutely don't want to place penalty in your high stats. For skills, I don't have a lot to say, except maybe mobility could be good to avoid attacks of opportunity, because your monk might move a lot on the battlefield. So first of all, I recommend you picking your monk bonus feat first, because that's from a limited list. So if you want, for example, deflect arrows and pick it here, and you don't want any other feat here, you would still need to pick something else here. So pick your monk bonus feats first, and then your normal feats. My high recommendations are combat reflexes and deflect arrows. My lower recommendations are dodge and improved initiative. For feats, I could recommend weapon focus to increase your hit chance with unarmed strikes, power attack to increase your damage, and it's a prerequisite for a lot of feats that you might be interested in. If you're playing a scaled fist, you might want to pick up weapon focus, and then dazzling display to intimidate people within 30 feet. After that, you could add intimidating prowess to add your strength modifier to your intimidation checks, in addition to your charisma modifier. So you have high strength and okay charisma. This will make you really good at intimidating, so you could debuff your enemies more easily and make them shaken. So that's a pretty good option. Feats that also are good that you can't get from the start is later feats in the pummeling style line and feats in the dragon style line. It adds half your strength bonus again to your unarmed strike. It basically makes your fist attack two-handed. These are my feat recommendations. If you have any questions about Monk, leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them as best as I can. If you think I missed something, tell me down below in the comments and let other people know. And see you all next time.